Hello, guys. Welcome back. Ooh. Welcome back to another gaming therapy with Tyler. Cheers. Cheers to another. Cheers to another episode. Wait. That's good. There is no tea bag. There's no quote on these. So, our quote for today is "Be happy," plain and simple. Um, welcome back, guys, to another gaming therapy with your host, with the most, Tyler Edwards. I don't think I ever said my last name, and I kind of want to keep it that way. Editor, cut that out. I don't have editor. Um, Today we are back with another video on this nice, beautiful, rainy day. Isn't it just pretty? The grass can't get greener without the rain. Remember that. That's the quote of the day. Anyways, enough yapping. Our subject today is gonna be. I don't have a name for it. Honestly, I was just writing. I wasn't. This wasn't meant to be a podcast idea. I was just writing in my notebook, and I was writing so much that I was like, hold on, let's make this a topic. It gives me even more time to make actual topics. So, and I think it's pretty solid anyway. Why wouldn't we all want to hear other people's experience? I'm sorry, my nose doing that thing it was doing last time. It's like itchy. Um, and my eyes are itchy. Yeah. So today's subject is gonna be what life has taught me. I have three different categories here. I'm not really sure. I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't think of it. So I was like, let's just get the ball rolling. Um, I can't think of another category of life. Yeah, I can't really think of another category of life that that I can put on here. But these three are pretty solid. It makes for a good video. So we have love slash relationships, we have finances, and then we have goals. Those are the big three categories of life that you should not should you it would help to have a understanding of. So I'm not texting on the job. I'm not texting on the job, I swear. Um yeah, so like usual, before we get into it, let's talk it out. What are we doing today before we get distracted? I mean, obviously, I'm sitting in a really weird position. My foot is like on the desk, but it's also on the bed. So my mouse is, and for me to have a good arm position, my mouse is pushed all the way to the back of the desk. So I keep hitting the wires that's coming down from like the monitors, and it's kind of annoying. But I'm not playing Valorant or anything, so it really doesn't matter. I forget the design of my house sometimes. So up here we have this, and I think we're gonna finish this. We're missing a dog. Oh, okay, we're fucking in the corner. Sorry, not even sorry. Anyways, oh, so annoying. Hope you can't see any boogies. Okay, this is actually finished. I don't think there's anything I need to do over here. I'm fucking with it. We have our enslaved llamas at the bottom, and we have one horse. This isn't even obsidian. Obsidian, where are you? My horse, my horse, my horse. That's the one with all the armor too. Where the fuck did you go? No, 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 no. This isn't real. This isn't real. My baby. Where did she go? Oh, there you are. Why did you go this far? Don't scare me like that again. Please, don't run from me. What is wrong with you? You're getting whipped when you get back home. Sorry. Imagine I opened the door and they all just spread it out quickly. I'm like, damn, y'all hate me? Anyways, Today, I don't know how. Wait, I want to look. Sorry, I'm running in circles now. I want to look how that looks from outside, and then I also did I not bring any food upstairs? Lady, it's like we live on different planets. All right. No, we slowly walk. Actually, we can just sit this down right now. And then we slowly walk downstairs with no running. I wonder if he came out through this door, but then how did he get in the house? Maybe I did something last game and I didn't realize. Like, I probably put him inside the house or something. But then that wouldn't make sense. I wasn't in a rush. We're gonna be getting to that soon. Should we work on that? I think we might. We might just do a little outlining. I obviously won't finish it today. What am I looking for? I obviously won't get finished. But I think we can work on the outline maybe. An enchanted golden apple. And we got some glowberries. I probably won't hate it. Yeah, I think we're gonna work on this today. Just give it some more outline. I want it to still be in the mountain, so I think I might stop right there. I need to make a whole bunch of stairs. I think I might stop it right there and just start spreading it out, and then we'll see where we go from there. Because I kind of want it to be in the mountain still, so like I can put windows in some places if that makes sense, and it won't just be like completely closed in. And then maybe I throw something or hit. I think I hit. And then we won't be like complete. They won't be like completely trapped in with no sunlight. You know, I'm not a maniac, but then that. What else? Might as well bring a crafting table down there. Gonna be getting pretty busy. Not gonna know what I need. Not gonna know what I'm going to need. Okay. We're gonna need like 20 pickaxes. Food? I think this is gonna be a food chest. Do I really get that much food though? No. Let's do this. Lady. It's like we live on different planets. Okay. And then where's that one? Oh. Where's that one thing at? My nose is still itching us. 1, 2, oops. 2, 3. I should call it Nickelodeon. Alright. We have the candles. We have the pickaxes. Honestly, let's just throw you over here. You guys. Let's get a little organized. Fuck you doing. It looks pretty solid. Got our food. It's like we're going shrimp mining, but we're not. And I gotta make. I thought I had some already. I could have sworn I had like a lot. Oh my god, I really need a napkin, but I don't want to get up. Cause like it's like I don't know. Can't explain the feeling. Wait, I actually have dark tea for the first time. Black tea. I always say dark. I have black tea for the first time. I don't buy black tea that often. But I never realized that I actually liked it because I guess it's useful for waking up. But but I always got caffeine-free tea because I never really paid attention to what tea I was getting. I just wanted tea. But now I'm like, okay, I need to start getting red tea. I need to start getting black tea more often. At work, okay, we're about to get into it. I'm sorry, I'm yapping. At work, at work, the tea bags are red, so I always say red tea when it's supposed to be black tea. And I'm like, oh, I don't, you know what I mean. But okay, and before I get into it, guys, I really suggest, hey, go give me a napkin. Give me a napkin. Oh, wrong. Um, what was I about to say? Oh, I really suggest you guys go follow me on Spotify. Please, 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 please. Especially for anybody that's subbed up, please go follow me on Spotify because I'm not sure yet, but I really think I'm going to use YouTube for something else. Not sure what it's going to be. I'm not 100% set on it, but I'm 100% certain that these are going to always be on Spotify. So I suggest that you follow me on Spotify, please, please. They still got the video once. Damn, her hair is all in my face. They still got the videos on Spotify, so you can. It's the same exact thing. Same exact thing. It's just Spotify, which is I feel like more meant more for podcasts, and I think that's what I want to lean more towards, a podcast rather than a gamer. If that makes sense. The gaming is just for the visuals. The talking is what you really should be focused on. So I just want to suggest that. Anyways, let's get into it. What I've learned so far out of my life. I'm not saying within the last year or whatever. I'm saying what life itself has taught me from each lesson, each hard time, each good time, all of it. What I've learned from it. Okay, we're gonna start off with love and relationships. Obviously, I think this one is probably the one that has been with me for the longest. I I've had a long, long journey with finding a relationship, and I think it's more so started pretty soon here. I think maybe like I think when I moved to Colorado actually. When I moved here, I kind of had this like this thought of just, hey, let's get ourselves out there because I didn't think obviously I was gonna find the one instantly. Oh my God, I didn't think I was gonna find the one instantly when I got here, but I felt like I didn't have any like state like I feel like I had dating history. Um, I see I haven't dated one. Now that I think about it, I have not dated one person since I've been in Colorado. I've had no committed relationships since I've been here, but um, I never dated when I was in Colorado, but I dated in Atlanta, and it never really. Obviously, I was young. I felt like I was a whole different person. It never really felt like it was anything that gave me experience, if that makes sense. I feel like I didn't learn anything from any of them. I kind of was just doing it just to do it because, everybody wanted a relationship, nobody wanted to be alone, and it was just what I kind of was doing in the moment. So I never felt like I learned anything. Obviously, I learned something. Obviously, you can't go through life and just not learn anything unless you're just straight up ignoring it. But I never really felt like I was really getting a dating experience. I think I haven't dated one person in Colorado, and yet I still feel like I've gotten way more experience simply because I actually was paying attention to the relationship, not relationships. I actually was paying attention to the connections and like the people and things like that. So obviously, I formed some kind of relationship with people, and I learned something with people, and oh my god, it's so annoying. And what was I about to say? What was I about to say? I think I'm gonna bring it up another level. I formed some kind of relationship with people, and Oh, and I'm older and was actually paying attention to what I was doing. I think at a younger age, obviously, I wasn't really worried about what I was doing that much, but I actually formed something with people and I actually tried to learn. And I got hurt much more. I got hurt much, much more. I think because obviously I was more invested in the people because in a way, in a way I knew I wasn't gonna find the one, quote unquote, like quick, but I still was actually trying to, meet somebody, like I was actually trying. So obviously it's easier to get hurt when you're actually trying. But yeah, fuck it. Let's bring it up another level. Um, yeah, so I got hurt much more here, quote unquote hurt. None of it was really that big of a deal. Um, I kind of just overindulged myself into things, which is, like I said, not like I said, like I wrote down, which is another lesson I think that I learned so hardly. Let me actually, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Let me read to y'all what I wrote down in a second here. Let me finish this roof because I don't want to stop and just look sloppy. So yeah, like I was saying in the first place, I learned a lot more here because I was actually trying to meet somebody and actually trying to form a relationship with people. I know what I wrote down. We're finished here anyway. Okay, so what I got down here is it's like it's a here. It probably is. It's like it's a cat here rubbing against my nose or something consistently, and it's just like so. Right here we have the cycle of attachment. I think that's where I needed a lesson. I can go up another one. That's kind of where I needed a lesson. That's kind of six, and I think we're gonna go down further. So I don't even think we need it too high. I think that's where, honestly, I think this is where you're gonna need to learn how to detach in life. And let me read it before I say what I'm gonna say, so you can understand what I'm talking about. The cycle of attachment. Detach yourself from the external relationships. Everything comes and go eventually. Observe as the soul. Each experience my soul witnesses helps me gain a new perspective to better my soul. The human experience is to better my soul's spirit. Watch those who come and go, for they are here for a lesson. Some do stay, but even those must go at some point. Love exists in every person and every place I go, so I must allow it in and out as it pleases. Meaning detachment is the easiest way to observe without feeling involved, because this is the human's experience. I think when I talk about the human experience, I think that's crucial to realizing. I was about to say none of this shit matters, but no, it does matter. That's the point, that you're here because it matters. Um, Learning that you're a soul. Before I even say this, I had this thought the other day. Not understanding spirituality is kind of like surfing through life and not knowing how to surf. Because regardless of who you are, what you know, we're all doing the same thing. We're all here for a lesson, for our soul's journey, to learn what we learn and grow our soul. So I think not knowing about spirituality, or quote unquote your soul, not knowing about it is basically like it's literally like you're surfing through life, because we all have a life is like the wave. Life is a wave and you have to surf it. You can't control the wave all the time. Sometimes you can control where your board's going, but that's if you understand it in the first place. So that's why I kind of feel like life is like life. I mean, spirituality is basically learning how to surf, so you can control yourself on the wave a little bit better. But when you don't know about spirituality or you don't even care about it, I feel like it's kind of just you're surfing, but you don't know how to surf, so you're kind of just on the board, wobbling everywhere. If that makes sense. I think it makes sense to people who understand what I'm saying, but I think it's a good analogy. Um, I'm basically saying what I'm saying here is life is a human's experience, and you're not a human. You're human for the moment, yes, but you're not when you're dead. You're not a human. But that's who you are when you're dead, or quote unquote dead. I guess. I don't really understand death, but I know you're not a human anymore because you're dead. So obviously, if the body can die but the soul doesn't, then obviously you're the soul because like you're still here. But so being in this moment, I think you have to really understand that life isn't you. It's not. It's not meant for the soul. Well, yes, it's meant for the soul. I'm trying to word this right. Life isn't meant for you to be. It's not. It's not personal. Let's put it like that. Yes, I think that sounds good. Life isn't personal. It's 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 this human's experience. It's the body that you're in experience, and your soul is here to understand. It's like you're basically trying to walk in the shoes of someone that is experiencing something. Like if somebody, say you never lost a loved one, and your friend lost a loved one, and you want to so deeply understand how they feel. So your soul basically walks in their shoes. So right now, I feel like as a soul, I'm walking in the human's experience, so I can understand and learn the things that they learn. Or I don't know how to say they because I don't think this is kind of a good question, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure what's a human without a soul. So or okay, so if it's like this, the we're walking in the universe's shoes because the universe, because we are the universe. This human body belongs to the universe, not our soul, but the human. Well, obviously, I'm speaking here from obviously not knowing. I don't know anything, but I'm speaking from what makes sense to me. The human body, which I believe belongs to the universe. So if that cloud was a big ass cloud, I was in it that whole time. So if okay, my foot's falling asleep. So if we're a soul and we want to experience the earth, the universe, not the universe, the earth, I think we create maybe a human body as in a meat sack to walk the universe and understand it from within. So if we come here, we can't we wouldn't be able to experience the universe as a soul. We can't just walk around as souls and trying to experience the universe. I think we have to put ourselves in this plane and take away everything that we know as spirits because I don't think it would be the same experience if we were spirits and we weren't. It's kind of like just observing from the outside still if we were here and we were still spirits, or souls or whatever the term is. So I think in order to really understand the universe, we have to go into this meat sack. We have to limit our abilities, our everything that our soul is everything that our soul is capable of doing. We have to turn it off in order to experience the human or the universe, not the universe, the Earth's experience. Keep saying the universe, like no, I'm talking about this exact planet. In order to understand this planet, I think we have to jump into a limiting body in order to be one with it. We can't be gods, or I don't really like that term. Um, we can't be higher beings and try to understand something from a lower level. So, in order to understand something from a lower level, I think we have to sympathize with it, drop down to its level, and understand it. So, with that being said, kind of got completely off topic there. Hold on. So, with that being said, I think in order to love and be loved and fully love and experience, you have to be able to let things go. And maybe that simply is what love is. Love isn't hanging on to something and holding it in tight and hoping that it doesn't leave. And when it wants to leave, actually, let me reverse that. Holding on tight is a part of it. But when it wants to leave, you have to allow it to leave. And I think that's what love is. And I'll always stick with that. I don't think you can. I think when you want to hold on to something and keep it to yourself and verbally abuse it, I'm just playing. When you want to hold on to something and keep it to yourself and just not allow it to be free, obviously, I think that's when we come into attachment and lust and the other negative things about that we could um I can't find the word that we can put onto other people and call it love when you don't want somebody to leave. But I think that's what love is. You in order to do that, and I don't think I ever. That's the thing. I've never, even before I understood any of this or came to think about any of this, I don't think I've ever held on. I've had like, if somebody wanted to walk out of my life, I would never ever stop them. Like the choice is yours. I don't care. Well, I do care obviously because I'm sad, but like it just makes me extra sad. And I think with coming to this understanding, it just helped me understand that. I mean, it helped me get through it easier. Cause yes, it's still sad. It's always gonna be sad when somebody wants to leave and you're kind of confused on why, like why. But I think it helps you understand it a little better when you understand attachment. When you just don't fully be. I don't know. Okay, how do I don't. I don't want to say don't fully be in something, because that takes away the purpose of life. Um, I think you're supposed to fully be in everything that you experience and learn from it, but don't. Uh, I think you. Okay, let's just say don't attach yourself to things. Um, I think fully you can fully be in something and not be attached to it. Maybe so. Maybe don't attach yourself to things. Stay detached, but allow yourself to fully experience what you're trying to experience, which is a connection with somebody or love or whatever it is that I so deeply desire. I don't know what it is yet, but I know I'll know when I have it. So once I have it, well, I'll understand. But just not being fully, not attaching yourself to things will allow you or us or we to be happy for what we do have. And also when things leave, because everything leaves. And it could stay for fucking 20 years. It could stay for 40 years. And I'm not just talking about a person, I'm talking about things. Um, Recently I I've been throwing away things that I'm just like, I really like this thing, but it's time for you to go. I've really been trying to implement detachment in my life. Oh my god, I gotta clean something. There's a fucking small ass fly in my room. We're gonna clean after this. I don't like that. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, I've really been indulging myself. I'm standing here because I'm trying to picture what I want the place to look like. Um, I have to really indulge myself. I've been really indulging myself in detachment. So I forgot where I was going with that. The fly just fucking distracted the hell out of me. Yeah, I've been really detaching myself from things in the general. Anything that I feel like it's long overdue time for it to go, I just throw it away. No second thought about it. Yesterday actually, I threw away my bong, guys. I threw it away. Um, I wouldn't say I'm done smoking. I think weed has its positives, obviously, but I kind of wanted to close the door, if that makes sense. I didn't really want it to be so openly accessible. I hope that's right. I hope that's a word. accessible. Accessible. I think I'm using it right. I didn't want it to really like just be so easy to get to. I think if I really wanted to do it, since I'm not even doing it a lot, I buy some and just roll up. Or my brother, he smokes almost fucking every day, so I can just give him some money and we smoke together or something. I don't know, but I just didn't want it to be always there. I didn't want it to. I don't know. It wasn't even hard either. I don't think detachment is hard. I don't know what drives people to want to cling on to things. Obviously, I've been there. I've clinged on to a lot of things. I've clinged on to people, clinged on to things, and yes, it's a thing, but I feel like it's easy to let go of things. I don't know why, but it's kind of it's easy. I've always been the type that likes to travel light. I don't like to carry a lot of things. I like to keep it light and easy. I think that's because I have probably got fucking trust issues or something, and I'm always ready to just run away. But but I've always been the type to just like to I like to move lightly. I like to move fast and right on the dot. That's just me. So I think coming to the conclusion that I need to start detaching myself from things and stop holding on to things was kind of easy because it was like I can just be me now. I can enjoy what's there, and if it wants to go, go, and if it needs to go, go. It's easy. You're lighting the load for me anyways, so I can move faster. So I think for me it kind of came a little bit easier. Um, so I'm gonna start working once I finish this. I just know if I like focus, I'm gonna forget what I'm saying. So it kind of just came to me a little bit easier to allow myself to just start letting go of things. I threw away my bong. I threw away this cup I had for about, I think since I've been here maybe. So about 4 years maybe. Um, I started throwing away clothes that I didn't want to throw away. I probably got some more to throw away. I actually want to go shopping. I don't know if the weather looks like, I don't know what the weather's looking like, but I do kind of want to go shopping anyways. So I started throwing away clothes. I've been throwing away a lot. I've really been trying to. Okay, it gets a little sunny around 12 o'clock. Oh, it's a rainy week. I might do some exercise. I like to jog to the train station to get to work, and it's gonna rain. It's thundering today at night, and then it's gonna rain Sunday. It's springtime for sure. Woo! Everything's waking up. The grass was so green the other day. I loved it. It was like, yes. But I'm already missing winter. This comes to show like life is literally about 50-50. Life is about having the best of both worlds. And also, because I feel like winter is kind of a downtime. People always say winter depression. If you're getting winter depression, you're probably just depressed. Don't blame it on the weather. I think you need to indulge yourself into it and really and use that time, use that isolation time, use that inside time to understand yourself. I think that's why a lot of people get depressed during winter is because you're scared to understand yourself, and when you're alone you have to understand yourself, and that's when you get depressed. And if you're getting depressed when you have to be with yourself, that means it's yourself and nothing else and no one else, it's you. So I think you need to do some, what's the word, I forgot the word for it, but basically when you look into yourself and start bettering yourself and understanding yourself and learning yourself, I think you need to do some more of that, and then winter depression really, wouldn't really be a thing. Yes, it can be a little depressing because everything's kind of in like everything's in and everything's dark and quiet. Yes, but you have to be comfortable with the light and the darkness in order to be comfortable with yourself, because you are light and dark. Understand that you're not just light, because there is no light without darkness and there is no darkness without light. So you have to understand yourself. When the winter time comes, enjoy it. I know it's hard to, but just try. Anyways, yeah, it's springtime. I'm loving it. Summer's coming out, but I'm just starting to miss winter. I think I'm a winter sports person. I love winter sports. I love trash. um, I love winter sports. Snowboarding, ice skating. Um, there's another one. I don't know. I forgot the other one. But those two are like my two favorite things to do ever in like activity wise. Those two I love. I'm telling I'm putting this out into the universe. I am snowboarding this winter. I have not snowboarded in years, and I promise you I am going to go this winter at minimum once a month. Probably more than that because I'm working on fixing my car up right now. So I'm putting a ski thingy on the roof and I am going every goddamn week. You know, I'm just playing. At least like I'm gonna say at least once a month, but I want to go like at least once a week or maybe every other week, something like that. I don't know, but I want to get up there a lot, have my own shit and do all that fun stuff. And then we got ice skating, which I fucking love, and it's more popping during winter, obviously. And then they have the outside places, which I'm gonna get to more. So I love winter. I love the winter sports, and then I kind of just love the aesthetic of the snow, if that makes sense. Yeah. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. That's it with relationships and the idea of love. I think it's just detachment. You have to understand that not nothing here is personal to your soul, and you're not the human. You're the soul. And if nothing's personal, then it's nothing else you can do other than just smile and keep on going. Um, I think we all need to learn how to just detach ourselves. And I'm not saying be distant and be cold towards everything. Like, obviously, if something's there, hold on to it. If it's there, love it, hold on to it. Just hold on to it as tight as you can. But if it says it wants to go, then you have to just let it go. And that's the only way you can be happy with yourself. Because if you hang on to things, once it wants to go, it's going to go. So you might as well just be happy with it. Because if you're sad about it, what's the point of being sad about it? Being sad is half the time when we're sad about something, we're kind of just doing it to ourselves. You can always smile. It's always better to smile and be happy about things. So just smile and be happy and let it go. Um, yeah, love and relationships, detachment. Word of the day for that category. I know it's okay. Before I start to the next one, how are we gonna do this? I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Cheers. I'm thinking we come down, stairs go up and around. This floor, balcony with no balcony right here, straight way all the way down under this because this is gonna go up and then turn down. It's gonna be that looks like a jail cell though. No, I'll grow trees down here and grass and everything. It won't look like a jail cell, but I need to make it look as far away from a jail cell as possible. Is it? Can we make bridges? Is it possible to make like a bridge? Because I wanted to give it like a earthy underground tone. I think you get what I'm saying. Okay, I can probably make a bridge. I think we're gonna use a lot of wood and stone. Oh, we might actually have to get outside to make some of this. I might get some of the materials offline. Oh, this type of bridge I'm looking for. I like this bridge. Ooh. Okay, this one actually might be easy to make also. We're gonna do this bridge. Screenshot it. We're gonna do like bridges going from across each one and then some bigger than the other, and it's gonna be huge. Like I just want it to be huge. Um, yeah, so for the start, I think we're gonna make a walkway right here and then another big walkway right here. Honestly, I think we're just gonna push this whole entire wall back because it's gonna go down also. And I need a balcony right here. So when you come out, you can kind of just see it all. And then if you want to go down or up, you can go right here. It'll go down. or you can go around it and it'll go straight. And then right here, going to be stairs going up, and then you go up and you can walk straight down. And same thing over here. So I think I just need to push this whole entire wall back and then work on going down. And then when I go up, we're going to make that a little bit taller. Yeah, we're going to up the roof a little bit more. So when you go up, you're not like hitting the roof and it's still like a lot of space. Because that's what I kind of want, a lot of space. So for now, we're just going to push this wall back and then start the other designs. Okay. Let's change positions and drink some tea. It's not cold enough. I mean, hot enough, but it's okay. I kind of was. I was eating cereal before I started, and I didn't want to start drinking until I started this. So I think it cooled down a little bit more than I would like. Oh, my ear is itching. It cooled down a little bit more than I would like. Anyways, for our next one, we have finances. Um, I guess this is just my personal. This is just stuff, obviously, that I feel like I've learned that I need to do in order to make my life a fun wave. In order to ride the wave with a little bit of excitement. This is what I think I learned and that I need to do. Obviously, this is my personal experience. Only implement it into your life if you feel like you need to or you feel like it helps. I'm not a licensed profession. I'm not a licensed therapist, and I am not suited to give anybody advice unless you ask me. Then sure, I'll give you advice. But it's just personal experience advice. Finances. So what we have here is having a savings is number one. Having spare cash will always be beneficial, and never take money out unless it's an emergency or you have triple what you want. If not, do not touch. Um, I think savings is crucial. And I say this because life throws things and things just happen sometimes. It's not always good and it's not always in your favor, but shit happens. I did so terrible. Actually, let me finish all of this and then we'll talk about my financial fuck ups. Spend your savings wisely. Most of your spend your spendings. I was about to say, wait, what? Spend your spendings wisely. Most of your spending should be needs and things that possibly bring you an income or adding to a skill set. Realize money is important, but not everything. Don't be greedy and needy. It'll come to you as you need it and more. Invest in stocks or crypto, regardless of how long things. Okay, I meant to put period right there. Invest in stocks and crypto. Period. Regardless of how long things are. Regardless. Okay, I'm writing like a fucking 12-year-old, and now I can't read it right. Regardless of how long things. Reg- regardless of how long, comma, things are bound to rise. Look at the prices of things. Um, First, let's get into the savings. I never had a savings. I never really had the discipline to save. I never, I just could never really do it. And I also think I just didn't make enough. I wasn't making enough to be like, okay, let me take a few hundred out and put into my savings. I don't think I ever was making enough to even do that. So I think it was hard for me to save in the first place. But that's still an excuse. I think time is crazy, and you'll realize when you want something so bad and time is going and you're just being consistent with it. Time is your best friend. We are in a time-based reality, and it's like that for a reason, so you can enjoy things and things don't just come instantly, and you can enjoy the process. That's I feel like that's a big thing of life, is enjoying the process. um there wouldn't be time here if you didn't need to enjoy the process, because I don't think it's for a bad reason, or maybe it is, who knows. But enjoy the process. You can just take out like fucking $5 out of your check and put it into a savings. And I promise you, what is that? Let's do some math really quick. Say you get paid bi-weekly. Let me do some math. Let me do some math. Okay, so we're just estimating here. That's all I do is estimate. let's say 52 weeks in a year. Let's split that in half. And then I'm gonna do like a random check, not nothing too crazy. Let's say you make let's say you make 1,500 a check. Now let's go even lower. Let's go even lower. Let's say you make 1,200 a check. I want to like try to include as much people as possible. Let's say you make 1,200 a check. That's 26 weeks because you if you get paid every other week, that'll be 26 times 26. It's about, yeah, that's about a good average for a yearly income. Wait, no, 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 let's subtract. Wait, no, 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 no. Okay, I think I'm doing something wrong. Let's say you took $50 out of your check. Every check, you took $50 out. And added into your savings. Okay, I think I'm doing something stupid here. Okay, 50 times that. That's 1,300 in a year. And that's like baby money. And if you take out $50 of each of your check and put it into your savings and you never touch your savings because $50, that's a real fucking little bit. So there's no reason you ever need to touch that. Even if you have an emergency, there's no reason to go to your savings because you're only taking out 50 fucking dollars. And at that point, you might as well just leave your savings alone. So say you're at, I'm gonna start young because obviously I can't, like, what grown ass adult was gonna be doing this little ass bit. Let's say you're at 15. That's 15. Let's say until you hit 18. 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 3 years. That times three. That's kind of a little bit. Okay, but still, because this is something that you're not supposed to be touching. That's 3,900. That's when you hit 18. And when you hit 18, you could start making even more money to the point where you start putting 300, maybe even 400, maybe even 500 into your savings. And then you're accumulating a little bit faster because you already had a good head start. So, like, yes, that wasn't a lot, but maybe just put in a little bit more than $50. Let's say you did $100. Hold on, let's redo it. Let's say you did $100 each check. That's 26. See, that's a little bit more, and then let's times that by 3. What did I say? 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 7,800 by the time you hit 18. That's enough to get a nice little car. But obviously, I wouldn't say spend your savings on a car. Maybe use your actual money for that. But it's a good amount. So my point that I'm making here is that savings, what are we at? Damn, we're at 48. Savings, savings, it's pretty crucial. I think no matter what age you are, just put something into an account and just don't touch it. Like, especially if you're putting a little bit. I think if you're putting a little bit more in, like if you're putting like 500 in a check or like around 500, I think then you have a little bit more of a say so to say, okay, this is an emergency. Let me take it out of my savings because you are putting in a lot anyway. So I think you can, like, you can touch it a little bit more often and maybe even use the somebody, I know somebody said double, but I think triple. That's my opinion. Um, yeah, don't touch it. And if you want something that's technically not an emergency or like not even that serious, take it out of. I mean, don't touch it unless you have triple of it. I think that's something that everybody should live by. Um, but that's only if you're really putting in a lot. If you're not putting a lot into your savings, then I just suggest don't touch it at all. Just let it sit there and just let it keep piling up. Or, like I said, also crypto and stocks. I highly suggest you put something. I've been putting like little bits in, and it's been adding up over time. But This is the prices of things, as you guys can see, and everybody loves to complain about it, but like, bro, shut up. It's common sense. The prices of things are only going up. So if you don't think stocks are going to go up at some point, or like crypto are only going to, it's going to only go up, my opinion is I think crypto is going to be a actual currency, like even bigger than what it is now, sooner or later in the future. So with that being said, it has to go up. Like, I think it's only common sense that it has to go up. So why not just invest something into it, even if you don't like the people who have the stocks that's going to go up? So what, bro? We're talking about your life right now, dude. Like, don't you want a little bit of money? Like, just, I say just, just dibble dabble in it. Who cares? Don't throw too much money into it. You never know how much a little bit could accumulate to over the years. So just let a little bit of money that you're probably gonna spend on snacks anyway just sitting there, because obviously it's better to let your money sit and possibly double or triple or even fucking quadruple rather than spending on snacks. Um, this is just what I've learned in the last few years. As a 22-year-old, this is the things that I've learned, and I think this should be crucial. So yeah, oh my god, I don't get it. What is it? It's like so itchy. So yeah, these are just my opinion on things, and honestly, it makes sense, bro. Invest in stocks, invest in crypto. I'm not saying dump hundreds and thousands if you don't have the money, obviously. Some things like Bitcoin is a little bit too crazy for certain people to invest in, but you never know, bro. Bitcoin could hit the millions, and you could put $100 in there, and that shit could reach a few thousand. Who fucking knows, bro? So like, even then, like, yes, it's big too. Yes, it's really big right now, just for one stock, but you never know what it's gonna go to, and you never know what your point 0.5 or point 0.3 of a stock could get you. You never know, or even 0.003 of a stock could get you. You never fucking know, bro. So maybe putting in a few bucks into fucking Bitcoin could still be a good idea, because you never know where it's gonna go. Anyways, that's my opinion on finances. Get some discipline. Get some discipline when it comes down to saving. Be a little bit more consistent with it, and oh, we gotta go make another one. Be a little bit more consistent and just have a savings, bro. It won't hurt to have money put up for emergencies and for other things. Next year we have goals. For goals, damn, it was in there. It was dark down there. For my goals set, I think let me read what I have. I want to piss some candles because I know it's gonna be zombies down here when I come back. For the goals that I have set, I think we have always be I actually didn't write too much on this one. That's why I feel like I'm forgetting a lot, but it's okay. This is just, I know, who knows, bro. I'll come back to this subject a few more years later. We'll see what I'm sitting at. For goals, we have always be disciplined. Set your goals. Yes, we change over time, but regardless of that, you'll still be moving forward. You won't know what you really like unless you got the ball rolling. I have been all over the place with my goals. I never really felt like I felt super chaotic with my goals. I was always liking different things and just jumping all around the place, and I never really committed, but I will say, because of the fact that I was that way, I now know what I kind of I'm more certain about what I want. Let's say that. I'm more certain about the general direction that I want to head into. I'm more certain about the things I want in my future life. I'm more certain about the people I want in my life in the future. Like, the point is, yes, I was super chaotic, but let me make it clear to you, bro. Do not let anybody, not even people who are in a position that you want to be in, don't even let those people tell you where you should be at any point of your life, because nobody is having the same journey. Nobody is going to like the same things at the same time. Somebody might figure out they like playing the piano at 20, and somebody else might figure out they like playing it at 50, and the person who figures out they like it at 50 could become a fucking historical musician. Everybody could know his name by the time he hits 52. And this person who's 20 could still be going through his years just playing the piano for fun and stuff. So don't let anybody tell you that you should have something figured out, or you should be somewhere and you should be doing this and that at this time. Like, no. There are certain things like, no, I can't even say that. I'm not even gonna tell you what the fuck you should and shouldn't be doing. How about that? There's, don't let anybody, even the people that are in a place that you want to be, don't don't let them tell you where you are, and don't let them tell you where you should be. Don't let them tell you anything. Your goals are set to be figured out when you figure them out. This is your experience and your human and your meat sack life. So enjoy every moment, and all I will say is at least get the ball rolling, because you won't know at all at any point of your life if you're not trying. So my opinion is to at least get the ball rolling and get something out there, and figure that shit out once you at least start. Like, I started, when I started, I was like, I um I came to the conclusion that I really like mechanical engineering. I love creating building shit. I would love to create my own engines one day, and like possibly create a fucking car one day. Who knows? And once I started on that road, I was like, I do like this, but I would rather keep it a hobby. And then, but the ball was rolling, and now I'm like, okay, psychology seems like a good idea. And if I go for that, I also want to have some kind of business one day. I kind of know what I want, but I want to keep that to myself. Um, I maybe want to have some kind of business one day, because I had the ball rolling that I kind of wanted to hit school again. I started thinking about other things I actually like when I came to the conclusion that, okay, maybe mechanical engineering isn't something that I would like to make a job. I think it's going to be too serious, and I think it's something I can figure out on my own. And then on top of that, we're moving into such an electrical time. I don't know, but it just didn't feel like something I would like to have a job out of. I feel like working with metal and just shit all day, I don't feel like that's really healthy for the mental, and I'm gonna tire myself out. So I really keep that a hobby. I know what I'm doing. I can easily understand things. So I think I'll pick up on it over the years and just have fun with it. But since I already had the ball rolling, I kind of was like, maybe I do want to learn something though, but maybe it's just not that. So I came to the conclusion, psychology. I love learning about people, and I love learning about things and why people like to do what they do and stuff like that. So maybe psychology would be a good idea, and I'm still kind of committed to that. Right now I would say I'm more focused on my financial life before I go to school, because I don't want to just back my fucking debt deep into the ground. But these are still on my mind. Um, Maybe I want to do psychology, and then I thought, hold on, I would really like to have a certain kind of business. Maybe I could do business school while I'm there, like, see, so once I got the ball rolling, things started to come to me, and I started to realize what I could have fun doing. And I think I do want to learn something. And since I came to the conclusion about mechanical engineering, it made me commit to at least going back to school and learning something. Obviously, I don't think you need school to learn. I think any book, any YouTube video, any online lesson could teach you the exact same thing a school could teach you. But some people learn differently. Some people can sit in their room and read books all day and learn a lot. And some people need somebody to sit there and be like, okay, let's do this, this, and this, take this first step. Like, some people are natural born teachers, and then some people are just super smart, but they're not teachers. They have to be taught in order to learn, if that makes sense. So we're all different. We all learn differently. We all are in different places of life. We all are moving at different paces. We all are different, but we're the same. We are the same. We're not different. We're different in certain ways, yes, but we're at the end of the day, we're the same. Um, we're all a part of the universe, and we're all just having different human experiences, but we're all still the universe. I just had to get that out there. I didn't want people to think that I think everybody's different. I don't. I think everybody's the same. French, German, American, whatever. We're all the same. Um, those two came to my mind first because I like it over there, or at least I think I like it over there. Um, or let me say I like the culture. I like what they stand for. Or no, I can't even say that because I don't fully understand. I like what's the word for it? Like Germans are very. I've met a not. I'm okay. Okay, I'm not too educated. I'm trying to educate myself more now, but I'm not too educated on on different cultures and stuff like that. But from what I see, oh, sunset, moon coming out. What I from what I see, a lot of see like, and I can't even say certain things because I don't want to compare somebody, and then they don't want to be compared to them because we have this whole fucking thing going on where people just hate other people for some unknown reason. But a lot of them can be really strong and what's the word? I don't know what's the word for it. A lot of them can be like very resilient, very strong, and dedicated and committed to who they are and their culture and things like that. So I just think they're really cool. I think that's really cool, and I think Germans and that side, I guess Russians and I have a friend from Belarus. She's really cool. They um they can be very. I want to pick the right word because I don't want to talk about another culture and then say something they don't like. That's why I'm like I need to like educate myself a little bit more on these things so I can like know what I'm saying and know the right things to say when I want to compliment them, and I don't want to compliment them and it feels like an insult to them because some people hate certain descriptions and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know yet, but I like them, and that's all that matters. I like them. I like the French. They're super classy and super bonjour. No, I'm just I'm playing. When I learn French, I can do it actually, and you know, once I'm fluent with it, give me to the end of the year. Um, yeah, but I like them, and we're all the same. That's all. That's the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that we're all the same. I know we speak different languages and whatever. Speaking of speaking different languages, I keep getting off task. Speaking different languages. Why are so? This is a good question, and I want an answer. Or maybe I don't want an answer. I don't know. But sometimes we don't want the answer, and we think we want the answer, and we'd rather just not know. So personally, while she's standing there behind me, you can't see her. Why? She goes back under the bed. A lot of languages are so similar, and English is the furthest from them all. That's a little bit like sus, but I don't want the answers. Don't give me the answers. I was sometimes like life. One thing life has told me is you sometimes do not want the answers. Sometimes it's easier going not knowing. So damn, let that just grow. Sometimes it's easier just not knowing. And speaking of, since we're on the topic while we're still here, that is another lesson life has taught me. Sometimes you do not want to know the lesson that you're being taught and why you're being taught it. Sometimes just take the lesson and move the fuck on and be thankful that you even got to learn something new. Because sometimes you do not want to know shit. And I've learned that from minor things. So I can imagine what crazy life secrets there are. And I'm just like, no, I would rather just not know. Thank you very much. But I think that is interesting though, that a lot of different countries have the same language, like not the same language, but things are super similar. Even the accent that they're speaking in it can be really similar, but English is just like the furthest from them all. It's kind of crazy. It's pretty interesting, obviously, but I don't want the answers. Don't give me the answers. It's just a thought that comes into my head. Sometimes it's fun to think of things. So, with that being said, with your goals, just be disciplined. When you think you want something, shoot for it. And if your goal changes, it's okay, bro. Like just go to that next thing, bro. You don't know how long you have here. You could if you live to fucking 80 and you're healthy, you're strong, you're eating good, your body is still fit and you can still move around and do things, bro. You imagine what you can learn. Like I kind of got the ball rolling with learning a different language, and I know Spanish is next, and then I don't know what's going to be next after that. Um, the reason Spanish is next is because I feel like it's just good to know Spanish when you live in America. It's like a lot of Hispanic people here. Pretty common language. French I learned first because I just feel like it's cooler. Um, I needed something to get the ball rolling, and I figured out let's have fun with it at least. And then once you get that, once you get the, once I get the ball rolling, we can figure out where we're going next. So French is gonna be first. It's gonna be so cool to know French. Like holy shit, that's just think about it. It's crazy. It's like imagine speaking a whole other language. That shit is crazy to me. But I guess I always found it cool speaking another language, but I just never had the discipline. Like I don't get why. I like if you think something's cool, why not just fucking learn it? Like you can learn anything. Just give yourself time. That's why I'm like, if you say you live to 80, say yeah, I'm not gonna say that. You can learn four different languages. Three, let's say three by the age of 30. Say you're 20, I'm 22. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That's 8 years. I say it'll take me about 2 to 3 to be all I don't know yet. I don't know what's considered fluent. I would say it would take me I'm gonna say 2 years to have a full conversation with a French person and understand everything they're saying without them speaking slow to me and like not, talking to me like I'm American and me being able to respond in a good, orderly fashion. I think that'll take me about 2 years. So if that's 8 years, that's Spanish, French, I my friend told me German and Russian is gonna be hard, but I don't give a fuck about no hard. Anything's possible. It's just gonna take longer. So let's cut down three. That's three, and then and to remind and to be to also add in there, say French and Spanish. I can start learning Spanish after a year of French. I think I'll be further enough to be able to learn two different, to be picking up on Spanish and be learning French within a year of French, and then I start learning Spanish. So maybe three, that would be like three. We can cut a year off of that. Three to get two languages, Spanish and French, and then that leaves what I said, 8 years. That leaves 5 more years to learn another language. That's two more languages I can learn in 5 years. So that'll be five, right? Because I said two and then two. No, four. Okay. No, I said three because I'll start learning Spanish after a year of French. So yeah, 5 years. Let's say to pick up on German or Russian. I don't know which one. I'll look into it when the time comes. Let's say it takes 3 years. 3 years. I say two by two. I'll be able to be start learning another language while also still picking up on that one. So that leaves another 2 to 3 years to learn another language. So I'm just saying, with just 8 years, you can learn four languages. So can you imagine what you can learn in 40 years? Like, come on. Like, just imagine that you're going to live until 80. And just imagine that when you're 80, you want to look back and be like, damn, I really know all these languages. I know how to ice skate. I know how to snowboard. I know how to, I'm really good at basketball. I'm super in shape. I'm super good geographically. I know where every country is, every state. I know all this shit. Like, could you imagine, bro? All I'm saying is just if you have a goal, stick to it, start it, be consistent. Sun is rising, it's beautiful, and we're getting the fuck up out of here. Thank you for listening, guys. Got super passionate, just trying to, you know, talk here. Thank you for being here. Go follow all my socials. I always put them in the link, and I always put them below. Go follow my Instagram. Follow me on Spotify. If you like these, please go follow me on Spotify because I'm not gonna announce it. It's probably just gonna be one random day where I just delete all these videos off of YouTube and I just post on Spotify. And then you won't even know that I'm doing it, but you'll see I'm not posting anymore. So just go to my Spotify, follow me on Spotify. I do the same thing. I might start doing different things on YouTube. I might just leave YouTube out of the cut completely. I don't know. Um, Follow me on Twitch, where I might start DJing. I bought a DJ set because my mom kept telling me to do it, and then I kept hearing it a lot of places, and it was just like, I love music. Why not at least get into it and just see where it goes? You never know, bro. Like it's another skill set I could pick up on in 5 years from now and be happy that I at least tried it. And I know how to fucking DJ. Say I go to a club one day and I'm just like, yo, DJ, let me spin that shit. No, I'm just no, I'm just playing. But who knows? It's a skill that I feel like it's gonna be worth knowing. And who are you yelling at? And I think it'll be good to know. So with that being said, go follow me everywhere. Um, or don't. Still love you. All cool. We're out of here, guys. This has been a good talk sesh. I hope you've learned something. I hope if I have any younger viewers, I hope you can implement these things into your life before you make too many fuck ups. You're gonna make fuck ups. We're all gonna make fuck ups, and it's okay. Can't learn without fucking up. And if you're just spoon fed everything, then you will never really experience things, and everything will kind of just be easy. So take what you want, implement it, and learn. Life is still gonna hand you a whole bunch of bullshit, and I hope you can get through it. With that being said, adios, amigos. Au revoir. Bonne journée. Bye.